little short, Steve. There we go. Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Hello? All right. Hello, my name is Graham. I'm from Canada Robotics. I am the reverse engineer on team because I both have a degree in humanities and I learned most of this by taking things apart. Today we're going to be talking about a kit that we've designed based off of off-the-shelf products from the store as a wearable device for the beach or wherever you like. This is an ultraviolet index meter. So it's using a couple of very small basic parts. We're running this on the Raspberry Pi 2040 using an ML8511 ultraviolet sensor. This is a UV sensor specifically. And then just a small OLED display to show you what it's got. This was the wearable design that I hope to have ready today, but my point-to-point soldering was not on par, so I shorted something out. This one doesn't work. I do have our breadboard prototype, and that will work fine. To the prepared notes, the reason we did this, my family has quite a lot of history with cancer, but specifically one of my great uncles, who was a hydro linesman, had skin cancer throughout his life because of his outdoors work. He had to get his eyebrows and eyelashes surgically removed. So each year there are 80,000 cases of skin cancer reported. That's both melanoma and benign tumors as well. 5,000 of those cases are melanoma, which is the deadliest form of skin cancer. On the plus side, it's a 99% survival rate if you can catch it early enough. So if you have a weird shaped mole, go get it checked out. It's very easy to solve. Globally, 80 to 90% of all cancers diagnosed every year are skin cancer. And all of that is from largely ultraviolet exposure out of doors. That's not from chemicals, that's not from radiation from other sources. It's all based on our sun and ultraviolet rays. In 2016, which is the latest updates from the Skin Cancer Foundation of Canada, there were 6,800 people in Canada diagnosed with melanoma, and of those, 1,200 were lethal cases. They did die. And also, particularly of note for all of the young students here with no gray hair yet, melanoma is the leading cancer type diagnosed in the 15 to 29-year-old age group. So wear a hat, put your sunscreen on. The UV index that we all know and love on TV every morning, or when you check your phone, or now with a little device that you can stick in your pocket, was developed here in Toronto in 1992 by 3 Environment Canada scientists, James Kerr, Thomas McElroy, and David I. Wardle. They developed a new mathematical model based on essentially the milliwatts of power that the UV spectrum produce, and then how to accord that to a static index that was just a number system from 0 to 11. This plan then superseded all either previous attempts at making models and indexes, as well as being adopted in 1994 by the UN and the WHO as the standard format for all UV scales. It's a weighted measurement system, which is a little bit odd. It's not a one-to-one. It's not like you're measuring the UV and going, okay, so there's this much and therefore it goes to this. It's actually, there's a formula that is then comes out with a result, and that number is then indexed to where on the scale it matches. So it's not a strictly linear, there's not really a 2.3 result. It's a 2 or a 3 based on the values. The values are weighted across the UV spectrum because there are 3 UV spectra that we look for, UVA, UVD, UVC. UVC is the most volatile, but that is mostly filtered out by what's left of our atmosphere, and clouds and water and everything else. That's what's used to sterilize medical equipment, UVC. Or if you remember the Board 8 Yacht Club NFT group, they put up UVC ultraviolet to light up their party, and all went black. So there are different weightings depending on the intensity of the UV spectrum. 295 millimeters is a 1-to-1 ratio. Every milliwatt of strength is 1 on the scale.
Hey guys.
0.22 for 305 UVB and 0.003 for any of the UVA scales.
You're not allowed to stand like here.
I'm not allowed to stand on the dock?
Like you have to move the kayak or like
I have to move the kayak.
yeah,
I'm not allowed to have a kayak at this dock?
yeah.
Can I see your name? What's your name? Can I see some ID? Apparently we're not allowed to have a kayak at this dock. This is the last little bit of public space in Toronto. They've closed off our beach. They're destroying all the beaches around Toronto. And this is the last little fragment of public space. And apparently we're not allowed to have a kayak here. Kayaks are not allowed at Ontario Place, according to this fellow who refuses to identify himself.
I'm gonna tell him it's not us first.
Go talk to him.
It's not us.
Yeah.
You're not lucky.